Will the next U.S. strike directly target Tehran? Against the backdrop of escalating tensions in the Middle East, there is a possibility that future U.S. military actions could shift from peripheral strikes toward core strategic targets. As Iran's political and strategic center, Tehran could theoretically become the ultimate objective. Strategic objectives determine the direction of attack from a military standpoint. Warfare often follows a progression from the periphery to the core. Past U.S. operations in the Middle East, whether in the Iraq War or other military interventions, have typically unfolded in three stages: 1. Weakening peripheral forces, proxies and military bases, to disabling military command and air defense systems. 3. Approaching or deterring the political center. Tehran is not only Iran's capital, but also the hub of its political leadership, military command, and ideological structure. If the United States were truly seeking to fundamentally change an adversary's behavior, then, in theory, targeting Tehran would align with the strategic principle of striking the center of gravity. Military capability exists, but the cost is extremely high. The United States possesses long-range strike capabilities, air superiority, and rapid deployment forces. From a technical perspective, carrier strike groups can control the Persian Gulf and surrounding waters. Stealth aircraft can penetrate advanced air defense systems. Special operations forces are capable of conducting decapitation missions. However, the key issue is, capable of doing does not mean will do. Tehran is located on an inland plateau with complex terrain and a dense population. Any ground invasion would face serious challenges: extremely long and vulnerable supply lines, enormous costs associated with urban warfare, high risk of civilian casualties. This means that even if U.S. forces could enter the city, achieving a quick victory would be highly unlikely. Enormous political and international risks compared to military factors. The real constraints lie in political consequences. One risk of a regional war: Iran has extensive influence across the Middle East. An attack on its homeland could rapidly escalate into a wider regional conflict. 2. International reaction: directly striking a nation's capital would provoke strong global opposition and could even escalate into confrontation among major powers. 3. Domestic political pressure: the American public has grown weary of prolonged wars, making sustained support for a large-scale ground invasion unlikely. Constraints from historical experience: history has already provided multiple lessons. The Iraq War showed that overthrowing a regime can be easy, but stabilizing the situation is extremely difficult. The war in Afghanistan lasted 20 years and still failed to achieve its intended goals. These cases demonstrate that entering a capital city does not equate to winning a war in